Alright, this morning I'm having a 9-point breakfast. I'm having a bowl of fruit, 2 eggs, avo, and this old-fashioned sprouted wheat bread. It is really good here, and that's what I'm having for breakfast. And I'm also adding on this Greek yogurt for a little extra protein. Everybody, me and the boys and I. Say hi, guys.
Hi!
We are at the park. We decided to take a picnic lunch. Even though it's hot, it's kind of cool here. So we decided to, no, I don't want you to go play until lunch is done. Thank you. Okay, so I am having a turkey sandwich on one of those cobblestone, what are these? Those breads. These are really great. But anyway, I'll put up how many points I'm having. Anyway, and I've got a 1-point Laughing Cow cheese on here. I've got a little, I think this is 5 points of sour cream and onion potato chips. And then I've got my big Envy apple and my 0-point drink here. So anyway, this is what we're gonna have. And then I'll let the boys play, right?
Yeah.
All right. Dinner here, it is just after 4:30, and I'm just gonna have my dinners are gonna be mostly like vegetable based, so they're gonna be pretty light. And I have a salad here with romaine, hearts of palm, 2 hearts of palm, avocado, some tomatoes, 1/4 of an avocado, tomatoes, and some cilantro. And I'm gonna have 2 tablespoons of this Bolthouse Farms ranch on there, and I've got veggie soup, veggie and chicken soup, and that's going to be my dinner, and then I'll be fasting until tomorrow. Here's Isaiah, and Isaiah went to engineering camp today, and he made something. What'd you make, buddy?
I made a race car.
A race car, and did it go pretty fast? Let's take a look at it. Let's see it real close. You made it all from scratch? All the little wheels and everything, and how does it go?
You get a pump and pump it.
And where does it hook into? Show me.
Right here.
Oh, right there. And then it just kind of goes really fast. Awesome, and you enjoyed it? Great. Following morning, it is Tuesday morning, and I'm going to show you what I'm having for breakfast. This morning, I'm breaking my fast. It's just about 10 o'clock, so I've had a 17-hour fast since yesterday. And I'm having some of this oat bran. This oat bran is 4 points for 1/2 cup. That's 1/2 cup dry, and it made quite a bit. And I've got all these berries. I've got 1/2 of a banana, some berries in here, and then I've got a 1/4 cup of egg whites, 1 turkey bacon, and 1 regular egg together for 3 points. And I'm probably going to put this Greek yogurt on top of my cereal here. And this is 2 points, and it's going to bring up my protein level for the morning. We're taking off for the day. We've got some things to do, and I am going to be using a scoop of these aminos for 0 points, just because they work so wonderfully. And this one is pink lemonade flavor. Love it.
So we are on our way to the thrift store because the kids have some VHS movies that they like to see, and the last one that we had, it just broke, so you really can't buy those anywhere else anymore. So I'm going back to the thrift store and see if I can find one that works so they can play their little cartoons on that. They wanted to watch Mary Poppins yesterday, and that VHS broke. So anyway, wish me luck. So I want to talk to you real quick though about something else. I had been having some sugar-free drinks. Just, let's see, like some stevia, I think doesn't really hurt, but some of the ice drinks, you know, that are actually made with Splenda or like a sugar-free syrup that I add to my coffee. And the other day, Julie brought up the question about, you know, if you're fasting, you know, your blood sugar, your insulin having a response to those sugar-free things, and therefore it could ruin your fast, is a really good point. And I've heard a lot on both sides to that it wouldn't hurt, and that some people could do good, and then the other half of that said, you know, that they that would ruin the fast, that you don't want that body reaction to that because your body reacts to the sweetness. Now, I'd heard that too. There's a whole lot out there that says, you know, one of the reasons why sugar-free sweeteners work so well for diabetics, almost created for diabetics, because it doesn't institute an insulin response for them. But so there's, you know, there's different articles or different studies that you can find to kind of like support, you know, both ways, and I think it really depends on how your own body reacts to it, because you may or may not be able to deal with it, or you may be able to deal with so much of it, and then, you know, and either have it bothered or not be bothered. And so I think what I'm going to do this week, I decided, was that during my fasting time, just to see how it goes, I'm going to, generally I don't think it bothers me, but I'm going to cut out all sugar-free additives during the fasting window this week and see how that works and see how it goes. But that also includes, you know, I like my gum. I'm also good, because that has sugar-free sweeteners, and that actually, I actually watched an interview on Dr. Berg's channel with a woman who had lost quite a bit, I think over 80 pounds on intermittent fasting, and one of the things that she needed to give up was, I think she said she had gotten up to chewing like 30 pieces of gum a day or something like that. They were all sugar-free, but it was ruining her intermittent fasting, and it was instituting an insulin response. So I'm also going to stop sugar-free gum during the fasting period as well. I'm only going to be taking water, or if I have coffee, I'm not going to be adding any sugar-free things like that. So I'm going to do that this week and see what kind of a difference I have. Maybe, now she said that she would still lose, you know, a little bit of weight, but it was nowhere near how she would lose if she cut out the sugar-free additives during her fasting window. So we'll see. You know, if that's eliciting some sort of an insulin response with me, I'll find out for sure. But so it was a really good question. Thanks for bringing that up, Julie. And I am going to be doing my own little experiment on myself to see how I react to that. So anyway, let's get on with
They
this
did
day.
not have a VHS, VHS player there. So, but I did find some books. So I found these two books, which I do like the Hungry Girl series. They have really low point desserts, although they don't talk about them being points in here. You could actually, you know, input it, figure it out, and it's real simple stuff, and you know, real healthier versions of delicious things that you would like to have. See, guilt-free survival strategies. It just has like really good ideas, and if I can take that and kind of translate it and see how many points, I could have like low point food. These books, the Hungry Girl series, actually has some really good ideas that translate well into low points. And then I found all these, you know, I've got other curriculum, I've got a ton of curriculum, but we're homeschooling next year, and it's really, curriculum's really expensive. So these are all completely unused books, and they're worksheets and things that I could use for the kids. And I mean, honestly, to find these for like $1 a piece, just has all kinds of great, I mean, I'm doing kindergarten, first grade, and third grade next year. So I'm going to need a ton of worksheets and a ton of activity sheets for the boys. And so anything that I can kind of, you know, I've got some phonics here. Anything that I can kind of stack up on would really, really help. This one's really neat here because it's got, this one would be for the kindergartner, maybe for the first grader as well. Mostly the kindergartner can use this one here, but all kinds of stuff. So I kind of hit the, this is really neat. This is what I'm going to be using for my third grader here. You can make these, I forget what they call these cootie catchers, but all of these are templates for math problems. And so it's nothing but cootie catchers that you can make with math problems. And I think he's a visual learner and he's hands-on, so I think that's really, he's really going to love that. These I just thought were really neat. I'm going to have them paint them and then hang them in the window. They're just all these beautiful designs that they can paint, and that was just kind of a neat thing to find. But anyway, so lots of cool stuff for the kids. Alright, so here for this lunch I'm having a chicken and veggie soup with just a splatter of pumpkin seeds, Mediterranean wrap, whole grain, with some thin cut pork chop on there and grilled vegetables, and that's what I'm having for lunch, and it was very flavorful.